Hi, this is Alex from Adult Services, and welcome to Museum and Zoo Virtual Tour Favorites. In today's video, you will learn about a couple resources that you can use to help you explore that museum and zoo virtually, or to help plan for that next visit in person. Okay, so a couple favorite places to explore. I really like to go to the main websites for planning a visit. And also to look for what type of online content that they have on their website to learn about the animals and just about the zoo or museum in general. So I picked a couple of my favorites: San Diego Zoo, Brookfield Zoo, Chicago Field Museum, Monterey Aquarium, California, and Illinois Rare Museum. So this is a good starting point to explore. And you can click on each link and it'll take you to their website. So those are the main websites to start exploring, to learn a little bit about the actual place. We'll get to that later with some of the features of the different websites, but start there first. Okay, so to start exploring areas virtually, there's a lot of different tools out there. One of my favorite ones is called Google Maps. So some of the places you can go to when you go to Google Maps, you can actually virtually look at what's actually inside. So what you do is there's in Google Maps, you type Field Museum, and there's this little yellow person here on the right-hand corner of Google Maps. You pick it up, and then you drag it with your mouse onto the Field Museum location, and you see how everything turns blue? Then you drop it there, and then a Google Street image will appear. So let me demonstrate that really quick. We're going to go to Google Maps, and then we're going to type Chicago Field Museum, Field Museum South Lake Shore Drive. It'll take us there. And then what we do is in the right-hand corner down here, we're going to take the little person and drag it over the Field Museum. And then you drop them. And you see now I'm actually in the museum. So they have a virtual Google image. And then if I start clicking on the screen and left mouse click and move around, I can actually go into different parts of the museum. So it sort of gives you a little bit of a virtual experience of what it's going to look like before you even get there. And then this will allow you to move around, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, and zoom out. So you can definitely, move around in Google Streets. And if you use the back button here on the Google Maps, it'll actually take you out again. Now, you can also, if I try getting back in the museum and then just pick to a different location in the museum, I can actually then drop them into another part of the museum and look around. So you can see that Google Maps, you can see the outside of the museum. So that's what the outside of the museum looks like. So you're sort of getting that virtual experience of being there just from Google Maps and Google Street View. So this is one tool that you can use to explore museums, Google Maps. So one of the other places that I like to look at on a museum website like Illinois Rare Museum is check out their live webcams. For this particular museum, it's nice to see what kind of trains are driving around that day. So you go to the website homepage, you click on Learn Live Webcams, and then you click on one of these links. My favorite one's the live streaming webcams posted on YouTube, and then you can actually click on one of the links and actually see what's going on at the museum that day. So let's take a look at that. So go to the website, you click on Learn, and there's live webcams. And then live streaming webcams hosted on YouTube. And then if we click on one of them, it'll actually bring up what's going on. So that's really neat. So that's the live webcam at the Illinois Railroad Museum. Another place you can check out is some of the zoos or museums have channels. So for example, the Brookfield Zoo has their own YouTube channel, which has different zoo chats, and it's really neat. If we go to their website, YouTube channel. So if you're at YouTube, just type Brookfield Zoo, but I actually have the link directly there. So you go to the Brookfield Zoo YouTube channel, and you can see all their uploads, popular uploads, and there's a lot of different videos that you can click on to learn about the animals. At the Monterey Bay Aquarium, I like to take a look at the live sea otter cam. So we go to the website, Monterey Bay Aquarium, and how I got there. This is the live sea otter cam. And you can actually see, yep, there he is right there. So how did I get there? So when I was at the Monterey Bay Aquarium website, you can also get there by clicking on Animals, and then click on Live Cams. And they have all sorts of different live cams of other animals at the aquarium too. Like the penguin cam and then the sea otter cam, and then you click on it, and then you click on the image, and then you have a live webcam of the animals. Another thing to look at is Google Images. So there's a lot of pictures on the internet that people posted. So you go to google.com and then click on Google Images, and then you just type San Diego Zoo and you'll see a lot of things that come up. So I have a direct link to Google Images. And we're going to type San Diego Zoo. Enter, and there you go. A lot of them that are clickable, and you can actually see. You can see what kind of images and pictures. San Diego Zoo's Park welcomes families for free. So I mean, they have articles, but they also have pictures. So that's a good way to virtually see a lot of different animals that are posted to different articles, and for people that posted different things on the internet. So that's Google Images. And actually, if you're at Google too, you can click on Images, and it'll also get you there. The San Diego Zoo, enter, and then you can bring up some pictures. Another place to explore just other museums that are out there, the artsandculture.google.com website has some interesting virtual museums. You click on that, and then when you get there, you have a lot of different things you can click on. You can choose your interactive experiences. Museums. And they have a lot of different museums you can click on and where they're located. So definitely take a look at that as a resource. You just want to explore some virtual museums out there at Google Arts and Culture. So let's say you wanted to go to the National Museum of Natural History, Smithsonian National Museum of History. I'm now at the, they have a lot of different pictures and images that you can click on. I always like to say TripAdvisor is another great place to view if you're eventually going to visit there in person. find out some reviews about what people are saying about the museum or zoo that you're attending. So if you go to TripAdvisor.com, and let's say we wanted to explore a little bit more about the Field Museum, you can actually type in where to, and then type in Field Museum, enter. And then you click on Field Museum, and again, they have all sorts of different reviews that you can learn about. 8,685 reviews, just to find out. And also you can find out, they usually keep the most current ones at the top. Reviewed just as recently as April 6th, for example, April 2021, April 3rd. So you can see a lot of different reviews that people are putting up on there. And you can narrow it down by different ratings. So definitely take a look at TripAdvisor. They also have the Google Maps, so you give you an idea where it's located. So TripAdvisor is a good resource to explore. And just another list of again, go to their websites. I mean, for example, at San Diego Zoo, I always like to explore just their website before I get there. How to plan your visit. It's always really good. You'll learn a lot about the hours, things to do, visit, tickets, places, planning your visit, places to stay, hours, directions. So there's a lot of things you can click on. So it's important to definitely take a look at the different websites. Brookfield Zoo, same thing. You're going to see some similarities. They're going to have their hours, planning your visit, tickets, events, zoo animals. You just want to learn about a lot of the different animals. There's a lot of pictures on there. So that's so you can create your own virtual experience by just looking at the different animals and where they're located on the zoo map. Again, same thing with Field Museum. Monterey Bay Aquarium and Illinois Rare Museum. So I have the links at the end. So this is just a brief intro to a virtual tour favorites of some of the museum and zoos that I like. Some of the resources that you could use to plan for your next online visit, or just to research before you go to another in-person visit in the future. And thank you for coming to today's program. Stay tuned for other programs on our social media like Facebook channel, YouTube, and also check out updates on our library website. And you have a good day.